What's going on, everybody, man? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we back. We're talking basketball per usual. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Year's to everybody who's chiming in and is watching right now, or who's going to see this in the pre-recording, because it's really what I'm doing this for. We're going to get started real soon if you're watching the pre-recording. We're just waiting for a couple people to hop in the live here, man. Like I said, I hope everybody's having an amazing start to the new year, man. Hopefully, if you're in the gym, you know what I'm saying, you're sticking with it. This ain't just a thing until February. I like to call it my Valentine's Day killers. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get in the gym, got on a new routine. I'm finna get in the gym, baby. I'm finna get right for the summer body, and they only do it for the February 14th for that one special night. You know what I'm saying? So hope everybody's gonna stay consistent as we move forward in this new year, 2025. Actually, so 2025, give y'all some game. I believe it's the first square root, something like that. I think the last one was 1936, 33. I was reading on social media, as I do so well, scrolling. But I think the next one will be to like 2011, 16. So, you know what I'm saying? This is rare. You know what I'm saying? We all know about the acute angles. Numbers are powerful. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be big, man. So, hopefully this aligns with your year. You know what I'm saying? And you take advantage of this rare opportunity. You may not believe in it, but I believe in little things like that. But you know what I'm saying? What happened this past weekend, man? Football. I was at the Rising Senior Showcase with Coach Tink, man, hosted by the MCOA Minority Coaches of America of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Them boys had some good talent out there. Not gonna lie to you, Coach Tink. I always puts together a great event. Hopefully we get the done word here soon. We get some viewers in. Now we'll start. But you know what I'm saying? Patience is a virtue. You definitely got to be patient. But yeah, Rising Senior Showcase gets team commitment, team dedication. Great game. Has some players from Carver, Atlanta. Has some players from where else? We had some players from Carver, Atlanta. Has some players from East Coweta, Heard County. Stockbridge was in the building. To give y'all an idea how crazy it was, had to leave bottles on the ground. So, you know, the leave bottles are out. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of heavy, hard hitting. And both of them boys hitting out there. There was a couple fumbles. Kaden Benson was out there from Creekside. Coach was out there. Coach Steen was out there from Douglas County. You know, Coach Whitehead, coach was out there. Coach Boone, Langston Hughes, Coach Dixon, Creekside. It's a lot of good time. I know this is basketball podcast, but nonetheless, I'm giving y'all my recap of this past weekend. That went on. So it's just always a lot of good things in the city, a lot of good things, you know what I'm saying, to cover if you're a journalist in the industry. The biggest thing is if you're a young person in the industry trying to get you some motion, you know what I'm saying, trying to get your foot in, it's just the best thing is just go ahead and get out there. Start networking, start talking to these players, you know what I'm saying, start taking these photos, you know what I'm saying. Once people see your work, you know what I'm saying, see that you do good work, you know what I'm saying, motion ain't gonna never stop. People like your product. So it's just the biggest thing is just getting in there. You know what I'm saying, you get caught up planning, which is good, you know what I'm saying. You definitely want to be analytical. But you know what I'm saying, if you're young, especially if you're young, just go ahead and get out there, put your foot in the game, man, put your foot in the water, test it. Even if it's too hot or too cold, best you just jump in. So yeah, that's my biggest thing for the young people, man. We always asking me, like, what are we doing? How do you get in it? How do you do it? I just got in it. To be honest, I think it's a perfect space, perfect time to get in it. Oh man, food on for 4 minutes. I ain't gonna lie, Naj. I'm finna go ahead and bring you on, man. I'm do this little, yeah.
I was waiting for you, bro. I was waiting for you.
Yeah,
Bro.
I saw it was 4 minutes. I was hoping we was gonna get one or two people else, man. I'm gonna rally over here for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna bring my boy in, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. Appreciate you having me on, man. I hope you had a great New Year's, man, and good New Year's resolutions for you, and hope it's been a great start. It's only 3 days in, man, so I hope it's been good.
Nah, it's been smooth, man. I brought this New Year in like I haven't in the past. I brought this in on my bed, man. Sleep. I told myself, I said, man, I'm gonna rest my eyes for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna get up. You know what I'm saying? Journal, do whatever, meditate, and I end up meditating to sleep. So, but I woke up at like 4 in the morning. I had like 3 or 4 missed calls, 3 or 4 text messages. I think one of them might have been yours. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why. And Will, you know what I'm saying? You and Will hit me. So I appreciate y'all, bro.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I'm glad to hear that, man. Glad you had a good New Year's, man, and hopefully it's be a big year of blessings and growth for you, and you can achieve all your goals, man. They got some big opportunities coming up, man. So, what are we getting into today? I know we're talking hoops, man, but obviously we're doing NBA and college. But what are you most excited for? Maybe this upcoming weekend.
This upcoming weekend, it's a lot, man. Number one, I say it's not basketball related. It's talking to Coach Daniels. That is the Peach. I know I'm saying it wrong, but
Peachtree Gridiron Classic.
That's it. The Peachtree Gridiron. I knew Gridiron and Peach was in Peachtree Gridiron Classic. Talking to the coaches, man. You know what I'm saying? One coach is from California. One of the players that was showcases from Oakland. You know what I mean? So anytime you get to talk to different people from around the nation and hear about how all of it came together, man, that's not easy. Shout out to Coach Daniels and his camp. You know what I'm saying? They had the rosters done a month out. So you know what I'm saying? The coaches had time to kind of get the ball rolling. So I would say that's probably the thing I'm most looking forward to this weekend. Even though this is a basketball pod, we're talking football. Just can't get around it, man. But what about you, brother? I know you always shaking and moving.
Yeah, for sure. Just trying to relax a little bit. I think I'm gonna catch some hoops. Finally getting back into town after a little break, so can probably just watch a little bit of hoops for a little bit at Grayson. See some of the kids hoop. You know what I'm saying, and then probably just watch the Bengals game and then really just chill, man. I'll be right back at it on Monday, man. So I'm trying to like do stuff, but then relax too, because I know like how you are when you're in that mode, bro. I struggle with it. Like when I'm in that mode, I'm just all foot on the gas, no breaks. I'm just always going. So I'm trying to like find that middle ground, bro. Not always just working myself to death, but enjoying the rest too, because I need it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going hard. So I'm really just trying to find that balance, bro. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know once it goes and I'm locked in and set, it's gonna be, crazy, man. I'm already setting up stuff with college kids and reaching back out to some sources and just, networking and building. So I know once I set back in on that Monday, like that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be locked and loaded. So I'm trying to like find that balance. Then obviously with our SI stuff with Jax, it gets hectic, bro. So trying to find that balance, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. But it sounds like your rotors have gone bad, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Not your rotors, could be your alternator, your starter to go back because you always going, man. Might have to take out a day and just go to a spa, you know what I'm saying? Get you a massage or something like that. Real talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? If that's in the budget, you know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying, everybody's balling on the budget these days. You know what I'm saying? I also want to give a special shout out to our editor, man, Jackson, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to him, brother. That's a real one right there for sure.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Man. That's a real dude right there, man. Much props to him. I'm excited for 25 and Georgia Tech gonna be crazy to watch. I already got some kids reaching out to me that'll be playing hopefully next year, man. I'm excited to see what they do, man. I know everybody is up in arms about what happened with the bowl game. I wouldn't worry about it. Like a lot of people didn't play. A lot of your roster has changed. So I mean they're gonna be just fine, I think.
100%. We got any eyeballs right now?
We got 45, man.
Dang, brother, how long do we have eyeballs? Was that
about 35 for a little minute. Now you up to 45. So.
All right, man. This is how I been to it, ladies and gentlemen. We talking all basketball this podcast. We might sneak in that Georgia conversation at the end because that's definitely a hot topic. But let's see. All right, we're gonna start with you, brother. You know what I'm saying? The Grayson New Year's Classic is this weekend. I will not be in attendance. But brother, you know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be there? Who's gonna be out there? Who's gonna be burning eyelids off?
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen for you guys real quick. I'm excited for this one. Me and Bacon went last year. But it should be a lot of fun. Action is gonna start at 8:30. Brookwood versus Shiloh. Shiloh team kind of in a rebuild a little bit, losing so many of their pieces. Cameron Steffen, obviously Tyler Jordan, who's now at Wheeler. Steffen, I believe, went to Decula. Then you got the Berkmar game. They're always a team to continue to watch. I know they lost their head coach. But they're always a really competitive team. They're gonna play against Mountain View. That should be an interesting matchup as well. And then Decatur, who was kind of a slept-on team in the classification, they're gonna play Central Gwinnett. So that should be an interesting one at 11:30. And then Decula Lambert, really underrated game. Two really good teams, man. We look at Cameron Bland and what he can do on the basketball court. He's filling it up this year. I think he's hit over 15 points in the last 5 games. Decula has a really good roster. a lot of depth and things like that. So that 1 a.m. game is going to be really interesting. Lee County, obviously, new year, but still a very competitive team. Lost Josiah Parker to OTE, but still got a
Yeah.
really well-rounded roster. They're going to go up against Peachtree Ridge, who lost Connor Teasley, and a couple of pieces from last year's team that had one of the better seasons in recent memory. So it'll be interesting to see what they're able to do. And then Alexander Pebblebrook, Alexander, team you can never, sleep on. They made it back to the state championship last year. So I haven't seen them this year. So, obviously I do a little bit of research, but I want to go and see them play up against Pebblebrook. Obviously, that's a staple here in the state of Georgia, what they can do. And then, you also got, South Gwinnett Pace. That's the one I'm probably most interested to see. South Gwinnett, pretty good roster as well. Pace, they got a lot of young guys that can play. Luscano, obviously Eric Chatfield, Georgia Tech commit. I just want to see them up in action and what they can do. And, just seeing, how elite they really are, because I know they're in that state championship conversation. So that'd be a good one to see them and Coach Sharma White, who's one of the best ones in the state. And obviously you got Green Forest and Wheeler. Wheeler's another really good team. They took a loss, I think, in one of those tournaments they went to, but still probably one of the best teams here in the state of Georgia. Really deep roster. Kevin Savage, what I'm saying, Tyler Jordan, obviously, Coda Subtle. Like, they got guys all over the field, all over the court that can fill it up. And Green Forest probably one of the best teams in that private classification. And then the nightcap, Grayson McEachern. Don't get much bigger than that. Teams that could potentially face each other down the line. We look at McEachern. J.D. Palm is back. He looked really good in his debut when I got a chance to host him for the Corky Kell Dave Hunter Basketball Classic. He looked real good. So I want to see what he's able to do. And then Grayson, I mean, they're the creme de la creme here in the state of Georgia, probably revered as the best team. I think they are number 15 nationally. I know they took a loss to Columbus. They took another L in that City of Palms tournament. But nonetheless, man, when you got Caleb Holt, Jacob Wilkins, Amir Taylor, and that point guard they got, I mean, they're going to be in that state title conversation again.
Yeah, most definitely. But I want to Pebblebrook. They had some ups and downs, but they've had some very good moments. I just want to they beat Oak Ridge at Oak Ridge 77-62, man. So that just lets you know how explosive that team is. Oak Ridge, I think they had a close. Who they have a close game with? In the City of Palms Classic. Right now, it's not coming to mind, but Oak Ridge is no joke, man. So that just lets you know what type of program they have, man. Just they're trying to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? Obviously losing the close game to Norcross, close game to Kell, you know what I'm saying, McEachern. But to maybe this team is trending in the right direction on a 2-game win streak, man. I wanted to shout them out for sure. Let me look at this schedule again. Yeah, Cam Bland, who dropped the 30-40 not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the more I look at this, the more I'm definitely like, but you might need to go to this, but we'll see. Saturday's a full day for me. Pace Academy, not too. South Gwinnett, I've heard some things about South Gwinnett. I think they've been pretty good here as of late. I like Pace Academy in that one. I just think the man, like, you got Eric Chatfield, Chandler Bing, and company. You know what I'm saying? Coach Shamar White, man. Just probably might be the best coach in the state. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go out there on a limb and say that, but yeah, for sure. What matchup are you most looking forward to, though? Is it the prime time? I think you already said it, but remind me again.
Yeah, that Grayson McEachern, I would stay for that one, but I got something to do in the evening. That one is really good at 8:30. That'll be a lot of fun. I don't know, man. That Green Forest Wheeler game will be pretty interesting, I think, as well. Seeing what they're able to do. I'll probably get there in, maybe in the afternoon. But yeah, I say the last two, and obviously you want to see Pace Academy. But yeah, I say like the Green Forest Wheeler, Grayson McEachern will be some interesting games.
100%, man. It's definitely a blessing to see JD back on the floor, man. That was obviously, a scary moment for his family. So big shout out to him, and this is a community down there who pours into him and supports their kids, man. So I'll say my favorite games, if I was to go on, definitely the Pace Academy, South Gwinnett. And the Lambert Tequila, just off the Cam Bland in that center out there. I really want to see how that 2-man game operates. Obviously, you got Pops down there, Alexander. You know what I'm saying, who's making some headroom. You know what I'm saying, Pebblebrook. You know what I'm saying, Coach Washington. Like I said, I always got some kids in the fold, man. May not be what it's like last year, but you can be sure that it will pop off again, man. Them guys gonna burn their eyelids off. I like Grayson. I don't know. I want to see McEachern. So hopefully SUTV SUTV has this one on the live stream. I can go back and watch it. They do a great job. But I'm gonna lie, man. After seeing Grayson at the City of Palms Classic playing elite talent, I'm not as high on him as I once was. I know the guy, obviously Caleb Wilson, you named out the roster pretty well. But they're just a team that really likes to get up and down. Not a lot of ball action, like a lot of dribble drive. So if any team in 6A, man, has got the athletes that can kind of hang with them and work some motion offense, running screens, can get some shots in rhythm, they can be beat. But you got to have those athletes like Willer. But it's gonna be that McKeach's game is going to be interesting for sure, man. But did you have any insight on JD? I know you've been in the field.
Yeah, he had that illness, man, dealing with the kidney disease. He only got one kidney, had to get one for somebody, man. He's been living for over a year and some change, man. Forget what the illness is called specifically, but he looked good, bro. Like first game, it's making an instant impact, stealing the ball on defense, slamming the ball home. Played limited minutes, but really made an impact, man. And Coach Ankrum even talked about it post game when I talked to him, just his impact and what he's meant to that team and him getting back there. And he said we probably only getting 40% of JD, and that's crazy. Like to see him at that level, at that peak, and he's only 40%. That's pretty scary, bro. So it's just the team, a team willing to take a chance on him. Obviously, he's a great kid, stays out of trouble. Was one of the best prospects in the country before his illness happened. So I think he'll be just fine, man. And that him coming back along with that dude Lumpkin that you're gonna learn about here soon. Bacon 2027 kid that can really hoop, and they got other good players. I mean, McKeachin definitely got a shot. I'm not gonna slip on them come postseason. After I seen them up close and personal and call that game, they got some talent.
All right, for sure. That's a bet, brother. We're gonna move on to little G League news, man. I went to the College Park Skyhawks game last night, man. They didn't win. They won 124-107 over the Motor City Cruise. The Motor City Cruise is a G League team for the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons had a young man go down not too long ago, but a name you should know is Cole Schwider, 34 points. Just terrorized them, man. 8 from 14 from 3, 10 from 18 from the field, and 1 steal, 4 rebounds, all defensive. So no block shots, But for a Detroit Piston team, who's kind of struggling, at the bottom of the East, man, they're gonna need all they can get. And I'm sure it won't be too long for this young man to get brought up. I believe, is he Lithuanian? I'm not gonna go out on the record to say that. But that's somebody to watch for. And for the Skyhawks, some news: Daquan Plowden, I believe he came from North Carolina. No, Bowling Green. Yeah, Bowling Green, 6'6" guard. Just got hit with a 2-way contract. Congratulated to him. Talked to him last night, man. The biggest thing he told me was just anything in life, I'm sure like a lot of y'all, man. Like a lot of y'all on that arm pressing to get this body right. Like I said at the beginning of the show, man. A lot of y'all gonna fall off by the second week of February, trying to get that Valentine's body, but he focused on is not focusing on the end goal all the time, just falling in love with the process, man. So that's what he said. But very good athletic defender, built real big wing. So that was big. He had like 14, 16 last night. Leading scorer. Yeah, I just had my box score. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get this right. Anyway, Daquan Plowden, number 30, big man. He had 30 last night. Really performed really well. Just getting the offense going. Getting a lot of offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, putting them back up. But it's a really good team down there. If you got any free time, man, definitely go down there. Light crowd last night, but you come in there, you might see two changes in the building. If you're in the lane for the star-studded activity, you get a chance to see him, son. Make a little performance halftime, give him a little ball, let the young man shoot around, man. So it's always a good vibe on the south side, man. You come down there to College Park, don't come down there on no tomfoolery, because it will take you out there and you will learn from the hard streets of college and you will get fined in the park. So you know what I'm saying, just come down there respectfully. You know what I'm saying, it'll be a good outing for sure.
Bacon, what's the update on Kobe Buffkin? I know when I went out there, got the media pass last year. I know he was one of those stars for them. Did he ever get called up for the Hawks?
Yeah, Kobe is he's in the league right now. You know what I'm saying? He's been on the bench. I think Kobe might still be out with an injury, brother. I'm also hearing his name come up in, or people, maybe it's probably more fans than anything. Well, no, I'm reading reports that he's, you know what I'm saying, his name's begin chirping around in trade rumors. He hasn't performed, you know what I'm saying, offensively as people thought he would, you know what I'm saying, but it's his first stint really in the NBA, man. You know, so you gotta be patient with some of these guys. Even you look at Zach Reese-Shea, you know what I'm saying? He's not really, you know what I'm saying, blowing the top off offensively. You know what I mean? We just gotta be patient in today's world of athletics. We're not patient with our athletes enough. Like look at Michael Penix. People talk about, oh man, we should have been starting Michael Penix week 3, week 4. I'm like, brother, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are just the same fans. It was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Kurt might be that guy, you know what I'm saying? First couple weeks. Like, this is not the narrative. Y'all switching the play up. God damn it, be patient, man. You know what I'm saying? When the quarterback has time to get that Jordan Love treatment, you know, sit down. If you heard the call when he first got in the game, announcers was like, man, the way this guy comes out the huddle, he kind of knows what he's doing. Look, he got about 20 seconds on the play clock. That's big. You don't go get that. Just sit down and learn it. So you got to be patient with Kobe Buffkin. I think he's elite, man. Had 40 points in the G League. I know it's a G League, but that is against perennial stars. They're going to be playing this Saturday at home against the Bucks. And guess who's on that squad? Dennis Smith Jr., man. So it's a lot of talent in the G Leagues. You got to be patient with these athletes. So that's my biggest takeaway from the Hawks. Like I said, Daquan Plowden, newest member to earn a 2-way contract. May see him. Keenan Wallace was down there. He looked good last night. Just on another level of speed. So that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Go support the Skyhouse, man. There's a lot of good gyms out there, man. A lot of good connections.
Yes, sir.
Moving on. NBA news, man. We're gonna start. We're gonna start with the. No, you good.
We start with the nitty gritty, or we start with
we start with the nitty gritty. We're gonna start with the Miami Heat. We're gonna start with your team, man. The Miami Heat. They played the Indiana Pacers last night. What's his name? Not Jimmy. I'm talking about the guard right now. Light skinned guard. Went for like 30 last night.
I ain't see the game, so
you good. Let's put up my device here. I'm getting old, bro. Calling his phone the device. I hang around a lot of old souls, man. So
Khalil Ware?
Nah. He's tough too. It's the the guard, but once I say his name, you'll recall it. Tyrese Halliburton had 33 last night. I was out there looking like Steph Curry, burning them boys' eyelids off, man. But 128, 115. But the biggest story to me, man, if you've been watching sports today, watch First Take, anything, you like, man, or watch the game, you notice that Jimmy was in the corner for most of the night. Came out in the press conference, you know what I'm saying? They pressed him. It's like, Jimmy, I don't know if you've seen the clip. They asked him, because you could tell he was down. His whole demeanor was down. Like, Jimmy, what would it take? Can you ever get your get happiness back here playing in Miami? He's like, nah, it's probably not. So then it came out today. Well, so pretty much that alluded to that he wants to be traded out of Miami. Obviously, a couple of days before, Pat Riley said, yeah, we're not going to trade him. But if you're not going to play the man, he only had 9 points. Let me see. Yeah, 9 points. 27 minutes of play. His usage rate is down. I believe a role player. His usage rate is higher than Jimmy Butler's. I mean, it's time to just start. We gotta call Pat Riley's card, man. Pat Riley's card. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We know you're the Godfather down there in Miami, trying to be my boy from Scarface. But always coming in the wingtip dress shirts. But you know what I mean? I know you want to be Mr. Put your fist down, and maybe this is young basketball catching up with Pat. We know he's been great, and maybe this is his Nick Saban era. Maybe it's time to step aside, man. Maybe like I said, the old man game is not working with the young guys. So I want to get your opinion, brother. You from Miami? Um, what is your thoughts on this whole scenario?
Yeah, I think it's just a combination. Like I think it's kind of spoiled over. Now everyone's saying, Jimmy's washed up. He's old. He doesn't deserve that much money. So it kind of starts from that, the contract. He hasn't gotten the contract that he's wanted far as now. Like they've extended him, and given him max money, but I think he wants to be extended again. And I think part of Jimmy's frustration, one is the usage rate that you alluded to, and then two is that they haven't gotten him enough talent. I've said it for years. Like Bam
Yeah,
is good, probably one of the better big men, but like outside of that, what else do they have? Now they've dropped some guys. Jaime Jaquez, had a really good rookie year. Tyler Hero, he's taken some lumps and things like that, but they have not surrounded him with the talent. When I say lumps, like he's either gotten hurt, like his where Tyler Hero should be right now is not where we thought his career would project. You know what I'm saying? Like we thought he would be like one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not all his fault. Some of his injury, some of it's the system, some of him is having to take a backstage to Jimmy. But I honestly think, it's just him not getting the contract. Pat Riley saying, I'm not going to pay you that max money like that. And then two, just not surrounding him with the talent. Now, some of these, these things, Jimmy has dragged them to the finals. Like you go look back at the bubble, whether you want to say it or not. He put it all on the line. Like I remember seeing that picture became a meme, just him so tired, and dragging the team. I think it was like 6 games the Lakers ended up winning. Credit to them for winning that championship. They didn't take them again. I think it was 2023 when the Nuggets won their first championship, or it might have been 2022.
right.
Again, being a really good Celtics team in order to get there, and Jimmy not having enough. Jimmy was doing what he could do, but again, not having that talent around him in order to win. So I think it's just a buildup. It's turned into resentment. He's not featured in the offense, and he's just like, man, I'm tired. Like, I'll take my joy away from the game. And I think it's like he's like, well, my value is higher than what y'all are trying to, give me and things like that. And sometimes you have that, and when a worker or a player is disgruntled, you'll see this kind of action. I was like, whoa, he's making money. Like, he needs to put out his contract. It's a 55-player option. And I get what everybody's saying. I'm not saying he shouldn't do that. He should, but I'm saying I think his is built up from resentment of not getting the value of what he wants and not getting around him what he needs. So I think that's why you had this scenario. And, if I'm a team, I would trade for him. I know he's 35 and everybody's like, well, he's about to hit the back end of his prime, or he's almost to the end of his prime. But it's teams that could use him. He's a hard player. We know he goes 100% all the time. I'm saying? It's not like a player that just half butts it, half asses it. No, he's not that kind of player. But he just needs to go into a new spot. He's been in Miami 6-7 years. He needs to go to a new spot that's going to appreciate his work. Golden State would appreciate him, what his character and what he able can do and bring to the table. He will have more talent. Got one of the best shooters ever. He needs help. John Kaminga's in there as well. We'll see if the Warriors would do a trade with that, but that would help them be better. I don't know if they would win a ring. I'm not saying that, but they would be a more competitive team than what they are right now. They're 17-16. And then another team that would benefit is the Suns, right? Obviously, Bradley Beal is a good player, but with Jimmy, you know what you're going to get every night. What I'm saying? Offensively and defensively. And defensively, he's not really a liability. He'll go guard the best player, perimeter player on the other side of the court. And then you can move on from Bradley Beal. I heard that De'Aaron Fox wants to get out of the Kings too. So it's facilitate a 3-team trade, get these players in new spots, just spice it up. That's what the NBA needs right now. I know we're not talking about ratings, but we need a spice up. You know what I'm saying? Like something different that people can, oh, Jimmy's here now. Oh, okay. De'Aaron Fox is with the Heat now. All right, cool. Like just something different to make it more enticing, more exciting.
Nah, for sure. I agree with you, brother. You know what I'm saying? It'll be the best thing that happened to the Suns. You know what I'm saying? This report came out today on ESPN on first day. The Suns are soft. I never thought I'd hear that. The Suns are soft, man. And KD, you know what I'm saying, for you to be coming down making these rants, trying Stephen A. And this ain't just coming from Stephen A. saying, man, I think it might be Shams too. But Stephen A. Please came on, Stephen A. gonna say anything. Saying what we've been hearing for the NBA sources and that they soft. So, you know what I'm saying, bringing over Jimmy Butler to the Suns would be the best thing. Coming there, revamping that system. And to your point, man, about De'Aaron Fox, that would be probably another player in a similar situation. Mike Brown just getting fired. I've always felt that his talent's been underserved out there. They don't give him enough talent. Red Velvet is a nice piece, but his ass ain't enough. That's why we got his ass out of Atlanta. No disrespect. I like Red Velvet. Came out of Maryland, you know what I'm saying, DMV area, got some grit to him, but it ain't enough. You know what I mean? So yeah, but you know what I'm saying, back to Pat Riley, man. This is, you know what I'm saying, this is what had me riled up. You know what I'm saying? I was hearing the reports. Back to LeBron when he was in Miami, ran him out of town. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want They want to conform. Back then, it was a little different. Back then, in 2013, it was a little. So now it's all full bloom, and we got different. Jimmy got pink, purple, green hair, all that good stuff. So ran LeBron out of town. You know what I mean? Same thing with Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to come at him last year when he was talking about Boston. You ain't gotta let people beat him, man, especially when he's been getting you there. So we'll see how that situation breaks down. But 128, 115. Let's see who was the leading scorer for the Heat real quick. Kwani with Khalil Ware, I believe. 25, the center. That's an intriguing prospect. 3 for 4 from 3. Bam Adebayo, 8 from 12. You know what I'm saying? People say he's not really all that. I still think he's top 10 in the East in the league until I see otherwise. Tyler Hero, modest 17 points. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of trouble, fam. Stay out of trouble. Stop enticing the brothers. We're moving on to the next game. We're gonna go to the Celtics and the Timberwolves. Man, that was a damn good game. Did they play Christmas Day? No, they played the Mavericks. You know what I mean? Game came down to the wire. Jason Tatum, 33 points. Let's see. Where's my man at? Where's the hometown hero? Jaylen Brown did not play DNP last night with a right shoulder injury. So, you know what I'm saying? Not Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum, 13 for 27, 16 for 17 for 3. Team took 57 total threes. Before we get into the game, man, how do you feel about just all these threes? I really don't like it.
It's hurting the game. I mean, it's terrible, if I'm being honest. And to Charles' point, I know he's came recently, obviously, for JJ Redick. From what I saw recently, I know he's came for some of these players. And Anthony Edwards, you don't feel like he's as good as a player. I feel like he's regressed because he's taking more threes. I won't go that far.
Right.
But I think it is hurting the game when you look at you just coming down the court jacking up a 3. Like, what made Golden State so great? And everyone wants to blame Curry for this in their basketball. Go back and look at the 2015, 2014, 2013, 2016, 2017 Warriors. What was they known for, bro? Just moving the basketball. Steph wasn't just jacking threes, right? They were getting high percentage looks, moving the ball, right? It really mimics the old San Antonio Spurs type offense, looking to get the best shot. We don't have that anymore. Everybody just wants to jack threes and, okay, well, we hit them. All right, cool. We hitting it at a 35, 36, 37% rate. Oh, okay, that's efficient enough. Like, and it's hurt the game. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that model, no disrespect to Houston. Good era for them with, obviously Chris Paul and obviously James Harden and everything like that. But that wasn't efficient basketball. And that's the reason why they lost that game. They could have beat Golden State. Imagine if they went in the paint for a couple of those shots. They probably would have beat them. But they were so hell-bent on analytics and statistics, and that's why I end up losing. Keep jacking up threes, even though you're not making any of them. And I always say I'm always a strong supporter of getting in the lane, get an easy bucket first, then stretch out to the 3. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're in a rhythm. So I don't think it's good for the game, but it's hard to say, like, is it going to move into a different direction? Because think about this. The analytics is showing that mid-range shot. Remember, that was a patented shot.
Yes.
Not so long ago, 2000, early 2010s with Kobe. That was a patented shot that people would use. DeMar DeRozan more recently in this era. But that's seen as a bad shot according to analytics. And every NBA team pretty much has an analytics person. So I don't know. I mean, you gotta to a degree find a way to connect with the fans and more meaningful basketball. You know what I'm saying? And to your point with the 3-point shot, it's not the worst thing in the world, but make it entertaining. It's not entertaining game right now. For me, it's even hard. I love NBA, and it's been hard for me to follow it this year. It's not good basketball. You know what I'm saying? At all. Like, so a few good games out there, like the Christmas game when the Warriors played the Lakers, that was great. You know what I'm saying? But it's just they're not appealing to the fans. And it has nothing to do with their political stances or anything. It's just not riveting. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Like, you look at NFL, it's crazy to think the Chiefs blew out the Steelers. They still got more views than the NBA. I don't know if you've seen those numbers, but they still had more viewers. It was like, might have been 25 million to 5 million. Like 5x NBA numbers. That NBA, like LeBron said, NBA or Christmas is for NBA. That shows you, like, you're not really relating. And part of it is due to obviously some foreigners coming over. Not saying that they're hurting the game. That's not what I'm saying. But not being able to relate as much to these players. And one more thing, I want to bring up the point with the 3-point shot. There's no more rivalries anymore. Tell me what's the best rivalry right now in the NBA? Off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, the Knicks and the Hawks.
And the Hawks don't even make the playoffs perennially like every year. No disrespect. Like I'm not trying to crap on the Hawks. I'm just saying. You just said Knicks and Hawks. Are any let me say it like this. Are any of those teams in contention, or are any of those teams you think will win an NBA championship this year?
I mean,
be honest with yourself.
The Knicks look. I don't know, but I say I'm. You know what I'm saying I'm gonna lean away from biasing from the Hawks. I think the Knicks have a decent shot at making it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
That ain't what I said. That ain't what I said.
You said win the championship.
I said win a championship out of those
this year.
Do you really think that either one of those teams can win a championship? No Eastern Conference Finals. No. My point. That's what I'm saying, Bacon. We don't have that no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's another part of it too. Like rivalries. Like I'm gonna go real quick. We're gonna go back to NBA. Let's go to the NFL. What are some? And you'll be able to name a couple of them. What are the best rivalries in the NFL right now?
The best rivalry in the NFL to me is that is the Ravens versus the Chiefs, my friend. That's the best one going.
Okay, right. What was another one you would say?
Another one you could say the Bills and the Chiefs, but that's not really. You know, saying Chiefs been dominating that. Right? I mean, they've been dominating all of them, but Chiefs and the Bills. What's another one? What's another one, bro? That's really the main was. You know what I'm saying? You could throw some filler ones in there.
You missing a big one.
What, Falcons Saints?
Nah, man. I was the Bengals Chiefs.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. No, yes. Joe Burrow's been putting
MVP. That's a rivalry too. You know what I'm saying? And think about this. Those aren't even divisional rivalries, and you pointed those out. You see what I'm saying? Right? And now divisional Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. That's a rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly. So that's my point. You was able to rattle off pretty much 2 or 3 of those off the top of your head without even thinking. NBA, we can't really do that. So that there lies in the problem too. Back to your point about the 3-point shot. We need that. Like there is none. Everybody's joining together, and it's not fun basketball. You know what I'm saying? We need guys to go at it. Like I know for you, if you doing how busy you are, you like, oh shoot, Chiefs is playing the Bills or Chiefs is playing the Ravens. Oh, I gotta tune into that, bro. I gotta find some way to. You're not doing that for the NBA like that. You know what I'm saying? It's rare, unless it's Celtics, Knicks, or Hawks, Knicks, or something like. You're not really doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that I think that's part of the problem too.
No, I agree with you. I think Edwards and Tatum. We just need to see them. I hate. You know, I'm not a guy who likes to offer the dramatics, but you know, what I'm saying we might need to see these players get a little messy, man. Call somebody the girl out, or something. Do something for the Raiders, like you know, what I'm saying get in the back room, like I'm gonna do this. You know, what I'm saying something, brother. Just gotta get something going, man. Because you know, what I'm saying this ain't it, man.
It ain't it. And the only ones that's doing it, to your point, is Anthony Edwards, who had a great quote last night. Like, I don't really like being double. I like to score. I'm a natural scorer. You know, I don't like. I'm not a big fan of passing the ball. He's the most, you know, outward guy we probably have in the league. Him and Ja.
Yeah, him and Ja.
Yeah, you know, and they're doing well this year. They're top 2 seed right now. So, like, those are players that are outspoken but do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Back it up what they play. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. And we need the young guy. Like, we need a Chet versus Wemby, like something to because this. And I'm not saying that's there. I'm not saying that's. Let's put that as an example. But we need something to brew now because Steph and LeBron, KD, they're about to go. They're about to go. You need something, my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what the NBA is missing.
And I think it's gonna be the young cast. Like we look at college basketball, or really more grassroots, like AAU ball. Like we see it, like you know. So you can't tell me Ace Bailey and Coop ain't gonna go at it because Ace Bailey is a dog. Because he's not really showing it at Rutgers. I think it's because he's a freshman. You know what I'm saying? When Ace really if Ace really stay 3 years, you can really see it. But who wants to see a dominant junior in college go to the NBA stuff? So when he gets in the NBA, gets comfortable. That's another one. Coop's got that edge to him. You can see it. So I think it's really going to be the younger guys that's come behind, and you know what I'm saying, following in those footsteps, and hopefully those guys in the middle really are class. You know what I'm saying? We'll kind of, you know what I'm saying, turn that page. So but we'll see, man. But back to the game. like I said, Tatum, I really don't like that 6 for 17 threes, man. But he had 33 points nonetheless. I think Sam Hauser, I believe it's Sam. I want to make sure I get his name right. Internet is low and slow. But Sam Hauser, 15 points. Big Al still holding down for the OGs, 9 points. White, 26. 5 for 10 from the three. See, 10 threes, you know what I'm saying? That's not a bad number. 10 for 20 from the field goal. You know what I'm saying? Julius Randle, who has been surprising me this year. I did not think he was going to be as effective. But 27 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. That's nice. McDaniels, 4 for 8 from 3. Let's see. Naj Reed, you know what I'm saying? 4 for 5 from 3. Burning these brothers' eyelids off. When I say burning eyelids off people, I mean when you shooting the ball in somebody's face or you break them down, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by burning eyelids off. And if it's football related, you know what I'm saying? It's a big pass downfield. Just when you're a fan watching the game, like, oh, eyelids just got burned off. That's what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying? 115, 118. I believe I think White hit a bucket last couple of seconds to put Boston up. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Edwards had a moment to tie the game or go ahead late within like 7 seconds. Just wasn't enough time, but great game. Now we get ready to move on to another hot topic. The Brooklyn Nets beat the Milwaukee Bucks last night by 3, 113-110. The Young Bulls carried Brooklyn, Cam Johnson, and Cameron Johnson and Keon Johnson. Keon had 9, but Cam had 26. Loose mouth D-Lo had 11 points, 3 for 11, 0 for 4 from the 3-point line, man. But the brother had 12 assists. But fam, they brought you there to score the basketball, man. You got to perform better, brother.
Right. I don't disagree.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's just unfortunate. Oh, this is what I mean. Not Cam Thomas. You know what I'm saying? It's got so many Cams. Cam Thompson and Cam Johnson. Cam came off the bench at 24. Cam Johnson had 26 in the starting lineup. Giannis, 27, no threes, 12 and 24 from 3. Damian Lillard struggled, 6 for 20, 4 for 13 from the 3. And that's what I really want to talk about, man, is you haven't really been watching basketball, and I haven't really been watching the Bucks as closely. But at 17 and 15, they did win the NBA Cup. But is Giannis sharing the ball enough with Damian Lillard to allow him to get into a rhythm? I don't think so. Even though his numbers look decent, he's averaging 25. But I don't think he's getting in the rhythm.
I think it's hard. They don't really have a two-man game, right? That's kind of the problem. You know what I'm saying? If they have more of a two-man game, then he could probably play off that a little bit more, be a little bit more efficient. Think about that. That was the whole reason why everybody was excited, making like, oh, Giannis and Dame, two-man. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna stop that? Because you got him flaring off the screen. He got that deep range. You know what I'm saying? Probably one of the best range specialists in the league. And then you got Giannis, who's a paint beast. You know what I'm saying? That's unstoppable in getting the paint. But we haven't seen that. Part of that could be coaching. Part of that could be the game plan and how to use them. And part of it could be like Doc is probably saying, hey, we're going to run an offense, even though Dame's great. We're running the offense through Giannis. So, you know, I think that's probably some of the issues as well. And just him, lack of the rhythm, lack of that two-man game that we don't always get to see. But I'm going to try to watch more of their games now, especially now it's January. It's a new month, new year, obviously. And this is a great time to watch basketball. Like, honestly, like when you look at college, you look at NBA, you usually see some of the best hoops, you know, going into the spring and then obviously the summer before it gets, you know, into the nitty gritty. So I'm going to watch them more and see, but I think that's what they need to do more of. And, you know, maybe probably just coaching. You think about it.
So you don't think Doc's the answer?
Nah.
You know?
Nah, man. No disrespect to Doc. I know he's a Hall of Fame coach. He's been milking that one ring a long time. I mean, I think the other coach did really well before they let him go. He had a winning record. You know what I'm saying? I know it. I know they want to keep Giannis. It just has to make sense. And they got to stay healthy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't. We'll find out and see what happens. You know, Doc has been around Philly. You know what I'm saying? Thought they could have did better than what they did. But we'll see. I mean, it's all depending on how deep they can get this year. Can they actually challenge potentially the Celtics? It's the biggest question.
That's true. Well, Chris Middleton, he was back in action last night. I believe he had 11 or 12 points. Did not know any jumpers from beyond the arc. So we'll see. I think you know what I mean. As long as they got Giannis, they got a chance, but they got to get Dame more involved. That's the X factor. Giannis has got to. They don't. They really ain't got no point. I mean, the Dame is the point guard, but Giannis is not that point guard because he's more ball dominant than Dame, in my opinion. I think they need to switch that up, but it's tough. It's tough to say that to somebody who's won a ring by himself. But nonetheless, we're gonna move on to the Warriors. They select the Philadelphia 76ers last night. Playoff P, Paul George, pandemic P, Paul George, 19 points, 7 for 12, 3 for 6 from 3. Joel Embiid, man, I think is the best. Nah, for real, but best. I think best center in the league, best player, top two, and he's only on one leg, one knee. 28 points last night, 8 for 19 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, 14 boards. That's elite. Kyle Lowry, 10 points of play, over 2 from the field. Tyrese Maxey had a tough night, 4 for 13 from the floor. For the Warriors, Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying? When the chef heat up, he get to cooking. And 30 points, 8 for 8 from beyond the 3-point line. And that's what some of y'all, some of the casual fans, blaming Steph Curry. And back to your point, when people forget, on that run in mid 2000 teens, they had a young man named Sean Livingston. Didn't take a 3. He might have taken 2 threes the whole series, brother. Mid-range assassin. Burning eyelids off from 8 to 10 feet out. But you know what I mean? Steph comes off a lot of screens, man, but Steph's was one of a kind. And again, only 8 threes. Not 17 like Jason Tatum and some of these other guys shoot. But 8 from 3, 10 assists. 10 assists. I think he's the best point guard all time. Dennis Schroeder, 3 for 4 from 3. Solid. I like the Dennis Schroeder addition. Some may disagree, but I think it's
another score. Yeah. Change of pace, another score. Somebody that can handle the ball. Like, yes.
Run the second unit when they build the team up a little bit. Jonathan Kuminga, 20 points. I like the way his development's going. Andrew Wiggins, 15 points. Get him out of there. Trade him away for a bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? 3rd or 4th rounder. Get you some alimony for him. He just ain't cutting it, fam. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I know your pops passed away, and your girl might have been slipping out on you, as Draymond said, if it is or it isn't true. But you got to get him out of there. That's a fact. Just not getting it done. I do like the young guy. What's Jackson Davis? Let me see if I can get his first name. I think it's Tucker. And that is in and out. I think it's Tucker Jackson Davis. No, Trace Jackson Davis. Nothing on somebody last night, but I like him. I like him. He only had 3 points last night, but I like him. But you know, just the Philly. I don't really know what to say about Philly. Joel, he seems to be staying on the floor. Ricky Council, the 4th G League product. You know what I'm saying? Just for anybody who's watching this who's a kid or has hoop dreams, it is possible taking the road less traveled. Averaging 5.7 points averaging 5.7 points on the season. 41 reports from the field. I believe he averaged close to 20 in the G League. So it's a process. Came out of Arkansas, only 23 years of age, plenty of time to develop. But I just don't know what to say about the Sixers. The 13 and 19, Joel, they probably shooting him up with God knows what. To me, it falls on Paul George. 19 points, that ain't gonna cut it, fam. 19 points ain't bad, but you got to be consistent, brother. So I mean, you said this many times, brother, and I'm gonna ask you again, bro. The team is on the court, but can they turn this around and play more consistent?
It's gonna take time. There's no Kim, right? Think about the beginning of the season. What it is, like 3-11 at one point.
Yeah.
It takes time. I don't know if they have enough time in the season. When you look at this point, January, you got a month left until obviously All-Star break. I know a lot of people have questioned that. They don't like the format of that. We'll leave that topic for another day, but I don't know if they have enough time. I don't know. You got to build that Kim. Tyrese Maxey obviously a great guard. Can they stay healthy enough? I don't know. I don't know if they have enough time. Well, they make the postseason. They probably could. It's 10 teams that get in now. So that part helps as well. But I don't know.
I agree with you. I don't know. If I was a betting man, I bet that they do get in the playoffs. Especially if they stay on the field, or they stay on not the field, the floor long enough. But they just is Nick Nurse? Yeah, I think Nick Nurse is out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, Nick Nurse got the coach of the year over I can't remember coach right now who's out there in Canada with the Raptors. Curse, I can't remember his name right now, but Nick Nurse is what I'm saying, he's a formidable coach, but we'll see. That remains to be seen. We're not going to talk about the Clippers and the Thunder game from last night, even though the Thunder won 116-98. The Clippers just don't have enough. Kawhi, I'm not even sure what his numbers are this year, but they need more. I love Tyronn Lue though. So switching into college basketball, we're going to talk about Oregon and Illinois.
Big win for Fighting Illini. I mean, that was crazy. I mean, obviously, if you Oregon, you want to wash that one away. But if you fight an Illini, you get a quad one win against Oregon, who was actually a pretty good basketball team. You had 5 players in double figures, and now when Trey White led the way, double, 20 points, 11 boards for him. He looked good in that game. And they got a bunch of guys that can fill it up. And to peep this, Bacon, 55% from 3, 16 of 29, 57% from the field. Really good at the free throw stripe or the charity stripe, 82% from there, and out rebounded Oregon 13 on the boards, man. That's how you get it done. So really good win for them on the road. Obviously now I think they both are Big Ten, so they'll play again this season, but that's the win you need. You know what I'm saying? Obviously they're ranked, so that's good for them. But when you get that kind of a win and beat a team like that on the road, that's a big confidence booster, man. And they could be potentially dangerous. They might end up getting a 4 or 5 seed come tourney time, but you look at a pretty good team. They got a lot of guys that can score.
Nah, I agree with you. I think Illinois is going into the tournament, you know what I'm saying, looking ahead. I think they're going to be one of the most dangerous teams. We look at them. They got size on the inside. They can rebound the ball. You know what I'm saying? They punked Oregon last night, and they can shoot the ball. So you got a team who can rebound the ball well and got guards on wings that can score. That's always going to be a problem in March Madness. So look for Illinois to bust some brackets. I think they look like a potential Elite 8, maybe Final Four team to me. But yeah, 109-77, man. You know, they just shot the cover off the ball, shooting 55% from 3, 81% from the free throw line. That's just getting it done. And I watched the highlights. I didn't watch the game, but you know, they just got rhythm towards the end of the mid third quarter. They just kind of blew their top off, man. Burnt their eyelids off. Mm-hmm. That's the name of the game. Burn their eyelids off. That's what I'm saying. That's equated to winning. So you got anything else to say about the game, bro?
Nah, that's it. I mean, like I said, shot the cover off the ball. Really good defensive pressure, I thought, throughout the game. And yeah, I agree with you. I think they're gonna be dangerous.
100%. I'm gonna let you lead the way on the Kansas upset as well.
Yeah, that was huge. Another big quality quad one win. Their only other win this season, Bacon, was against Gonzaga when they were ranked number 19. I think they're still ranked 19. So they beat them. So this, again, a resume-defining win for them. And it's not easy to go to Allen Fieldhouse and do that. I think that was maybe their first win there, potentially. That's how outdated, and obviously we know that's how dominant they are at home. So, I mean, obviously a big win for them, 62-61, as you mentioned, Bacon. But what that game came down to, just big-time shot making down the stretch. No guy really stood out. 3 guys hit double figures in that one for West Virginia. Didn't shoot the ball well from 3, 30%, 6 of 20 in that one, but just was able to make enough plays. And I think I want to point out is their assists, 18 assists, just 10 for Kansas. So that was crucial. And then defensively, stepping up big, 5 blocks to Kansas 0. Like when you're doing things like that and you're able to defend at a high-end level, that says a lot. Kansas only shot 38% from the field and 25% from 3. So that's a pretty good team that can stretch the floor. They got obviously a really good point guard, and they obviously got Hunter Dickinson. But to hold them to that, I think that says a lot about them. And obviously, like I said, a resume-defining win, quad one win for the Mountaineers, and you feel pretty good now. Now when committee looks at your resume and they hold it up here, okay, you beat Gonzaga. Oh, you beat Kansas on the road too in January. Looks pretty good.
Nah, I agree. Shout out to Zeke. I think his name is Zeke Mayo. I mean, actually, I don't want to. Yeah, it is Zeke Mayo. I believe he's the number one JUCO, something like that for the school. He was the number one player, but he's an elite scorer. But my thing is, man, how does a team? And I've seen some Calipari teams that have a lot of talent on them, but like, how does a team with this much talent, saying, just struggle to shoot the ball in, night out? Is it the fact that saying some of these kids, what we're seeing on the football level, I don't think it's affecting basketball as much as football, but you get paid these hefty checks, every month.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I practice 5 a.m. I practice at, you go to practice 5 a.m. All right, you know what I'm saying? Some of your boy, all right, man, I'm going to the gym 10 o'clock. Give me some exercise. Nah, man, I'm good. I think I'm going to sit here, you know what I'm saying? Play some 2K. That 90K just hit, man. I'm getting good Grubhub. good delivery, good Uber Eats. You know what I'm saying? I got the new J's on the way. You know what I mean? So is that what it is, man? Is these checks messing with these young men's head? Because I know they ain't investing. I know they ain't watching Wall Street Trap. I know they ain't watching EYL.
Nah, man. I thought I was watching the clip earlier today. Shout out to Brooks Austin. I know you got a really good relationship with him. I thought he summed it up well. And Cam Newton talks about this topic a lot too, but it's a sense of entitlement. Everybody talked about Belichick going to UNC, and I love the move because he's gonna hold you accountable. You're not gonna be able to do that BS with his program. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to play video games and say, "Oh yeah, I'm good on practice." But yeah, I think it affects it for sure because you're like, "Oh well, I'll stay in college. I'm making this amount of money, and I can continue to be great here, and not have to give out the more effort." Hey, why not? But in the day, you send them up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get to the league, you're not going to be able to do that. And some will even challenge you, be like, well, at the league, they don't play 82 games and they still get paid this amount of money, or they don't. So that's why I said, like, it starts from the top. Like, if the league lets you get away with certain stuff, then you're going to think you can get away with it on college level. But if the league is stern, that's why I think the NFL has one of the better products because they don't let you get away with that stuff. You'll get cut in the instant. You know what I'm saying? And I think it is affecting the game. I don't think it's just affecting football. I think it's affecting basketball too, all levels. And the players just gotta know, like, hey, that's good. Am I using that to change my life, help my family? Am I using it to get another degree? You know what I'm saying? Am I using it to attain knowledge outside of the classroom? Right? All that stuff matters. So I think the thing is, like, mentorship, and some of these kids they need a reality check. Like, it's good that you're making that kind of money. A lot of people not making that money. You know what I'm saying? Maybe volunteering, seeing people less fortunate than you, just reverberating the circle around just to see, okay, hey, like, I should be thankful I'm in this spot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need a reality check to see that.
100%, man. Went around that college basketball. I'm gonna share my screen here. We're gonna talk WBB. We're gonna talk the Red River rivalry. Texas, they beat Oklahoma last night. The Oklahoma Lady Sooners, close game, 80-73. Real physical ball game, man. One of the highlights, you know what I'm saying, if you like this, you know what I'm saying, a lot of emotion, you know what I'm saying, being shown in the game. Kayla, I'm not sure how to say her name, double O for Texas. Kind of got a little scuffle with Peyton Burhurst. You know what I'm saying? It was like a rebound, west side of the court. You know what I'm saying? She got the rebound. You know what I'm saying? She's like, get off, because, man, Shorty probably like, she's probably 5'10". Let me see how well weight is. Height and weight. Don't got the weight. 6'6". You know, she's 6'6". You know what I'm saying? She big lady now. You know what I'm saying? And she pushed Shorty off. You know what I'm saying? They sat her down. But nonetheless, she had 12 points. How many rebounds? 7 rebounds. It's not bad. I probably could have had more 21 minutes of play. But, you know, just a real good game. Texas, that team that kind of likes to hold the ball, you know what I'm saying, late in the shot clock, really slow the game down, hence the 73 points. Which, you know what I'm saying, is kind of high, but, you know what I'm saying, so you can see mid-80s these days. But good game nonetheless. I like to tap in and watch the ladies play quite often. I haven't been tapped in as much this year as I'd like to, but but you gotta love just high level hoops across the board. I'm a purist when it comes to basketball, so I enjoy watching it where you don't have to just beat somebody out the dribble. I like watching the sets, getting plays, running screens, things of that nature. Did you see this game at all? You know what I'm saying, to watch the highlights or read any articles about this?
I did not see this one humbly. I know Texas is a really good program, very underrated. Our girl Brianna Preston, I don't know if you remember her, was at Wesleyan. And
Yeah.
Alpha Previous before that was Lovejoy, won a state title. She's getting a lot of burn, you know what I'm saying, as a freshman. I know she's young, only 10 minutes in that game, but she's starting to get a little bit of burn. So liking to see what she's able to do. Obviously versatile scorer as well. I did not get a chance to see this one. But I did want to point her out. She's starting to get a lot of minutes, being so young as she is. So that's a good telltale sign to see. But no, I did not see this game.
Say from Jonesboro, did not know that, man.
Yeah, man. She played at Lovejoy.
Okay. Makes sense.
I Lovejoy before she transferred to Wesleyan.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That is correct. Okay, she had 11 points. Not sure if this team is, but that's tough, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude. You know what I'm saying? I really don't really have a formal name for this show. Yeah, it wasn't Games Free, but I really didn't like it. I didn't like it, but that'll conclude it, man. Before we get out of here, man, like I've been saying, man, don't be that person that comes into January. Comes into the new year, January, the first month.
The same
I'm
stuff.
going to do this first of all with the same tomfoolery. You know what I'm saying? Come in and attack it with the same type of feeling you were feeling towards it in the holiday season and carry on. You know what I'm saying? Write those goals down. If you haven't already done that, stick to them, man. So you start the year off rough. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start the year off. You say, I don't want to eat no sugar. I already ate that Snicker back-to-back days since I've been at work. But, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the process. Do things that you need to do. Stay consistent and keep going. Times are going to be tough. But those tough times of uncertainty and not knowing, that's those moments that's gonna define you for your lifetime. You can either do it now or live with the regret later. Both of those have pain. Just about which pain you want to handle. So choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? Like Denzel said, it's not the skill of the man, it's the will of the man. And if you haven't seen that Gladiator 2, I saw it on New Year's Day, whichever day it was. Great movie, brother. Great movie. It's the second movie that I want to see Denzel get knocked off, other than Training Day. But great movie though.
100%. Great quote by you. I don't have too much for y'all tonight. Just it is a new year, so just think the key is just consistency with anything. I know I bring that up a lot, but just be consistent with what you do. Something I struggle with. I talk baking off air, just being able to enjoy your time off too. Like been struggling with that all week. I'm getting a lot of like DMs and players, and I'm struggling. Like I am, because it's just like I want to help and I'm going to, but I have a lot. Yo, check out my film. Like I got at least 20 DMs. Like, yo, when you doing the film break now? Like, when can we do an interview? Like a lot of kids just, and I appreciate it. I know that means my platform's growing, which is great. And I'm definitely going to tap into it, but just finding that, being able to enjoy the free time too, and, locking back into your goals. Cause, Bacon always tells me like, yo, bro, you go hard. Like, so I'm trying to find that balance. So tell anybody that, stay consistent, be disciplined, but also find balance to enjoy it. And don't like override yourself. Don't, go so much where you burnt out. Like Will asked me before, like, Notch, how you keep going? Will Morrison obviously works with Clemson site, but asking like, yo, how did you just stay locked in? Like, I don't have anything left. And I just said, bro, find stuff you enjoy, hobbies, things that you don't really got to think about, stuff that makes it easy. So I tell anybody that if you're feeling burnout, sometimes it might be a day or two of PTO, you know what I'm saying, and lock back in. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need to do, just do that, take that time, lock back into what you really want to do and accomplish. And the new year, like you said, don't be on the same tomfoolery. Find a way to advance and grow. Like Atomic Habits said in the book, 1% better. That's what I live by. 1% better. Learn something. If that's getting up at 6 a.m, reading a book, reading 10 pages of a book, do something to change your life. You know what I'm saying? Do something different. You can't do the same routine or it's going to be the same result. You know what I'm saying? You do the same thing twice, expect a different result. That's insanity. You know what I'm saying? So try to do something different. You know, I would tell anybody, man, and just enjoy the new year, man. It's fresh, you know, but as you've seen with 2024, it came out fast and it left, right?
Man,
2025 can do the same thing. So, you know what I'm saying? You're getting older. Everybody is. If whether you were in high school, whether you're in middle school, whether you're an adult, we getting older. You know what I'm saying? I'm 27 now. I think Bacon is about to be 27, 26. You know what I'm saying? We
pushing
all,
20 or
you
27.
know, 27. You know what I'm saying? Like we all getting older, man. So these are the years, especially in your 20s, and you take those steps, man, and be thankful for what you have. Not everybody has what you have. Be thankful and find other ways to, you know what I'm saying, be able to differentiate yourself.
Well said, brother. It's just a lot of insanity out here, man. You know what I'm saying? So stay 10 toes down, man. Meditate for sure. Meditation. But yeah, man, that's all we got. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You already, if you're on YouTube, you damn sure need to be subscribing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely share this out to 3 people to help us out, man. Because without y'all, none of this would be possible, man. We would just be out here. This would be just a very animated FaceTime call. So we do this for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We take time out of our days. You know what I'm saying? To bless y'all, because y'all bless us, and we appreciate y'all, man. So we love y'all. Continue to be great. And as always, it's just sizzling news, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
Peace.